younger than I am. But just so y'all know, I am 12 years older than Laura Loomer.
Laura Loomer attacks Jasmine. Wait, that's not Laura Loomer. Laura Loomer attacks Jasmine Crockett over on X, stating, "It hurts my heart that we have ghetto black bitches who hate America serving in Congress." Trailer Park Loomer is jealous because she butchered her own face trying to steal the natural features of black women, but ended up looking like Jigsaw instead. Jasmine Crockett at 44 still looks fresher and younger than Loomer at 32 years of age. Laura Loomer is a two-time loser. She ran for Congress twice, and the American voters rejected her twice. And even with all of the advantages this country hands white women, she still couldn't win. She latched onto Trump like a groupie, kissed his ass, and he still tossed her aside like the trash she really is, just like everyone else does. Even though Loomer has most of the advantages of a white society that was built just for her success, she still somehow managed to be a less than mediocre, unaccomplished failure, and she's seething because she has to watch Jasmine Crockett, a brilliant black woman, do everything that Trailer Park Loomer tried really hard to do but couldn't. Jasmine Crockett is a highly educated, successful lawyer with her own firm, a sitting two-term congresswoman, a huge star in the media, and she did it with fewer resources, none of the white privilege, none of the botched plastic surgery or male validation. She did it with brains, talent, and determination, all while wearing the natural, full black lips Loomer tried but failed to duplicate. Meanwhile, the only attention Laura Loomer gets is from acting like a Trailer Park Jerry Springer guest who picks childish fights with people on the internet like a bitter, washed-up racist mean girl who's waiting to be handed her little participation trophy from the predator men she puts into power.
You ain't hurts my heart that we have ghetto black bitches who hate America serving in Congress talking about Jasmine Crockett. Okay, Lord. You know, I won't even talk about how this is you in your 20s and this is you at 32. I guess all them, injections aren't doing your skin any favor. And what about your lips? I mean, you went from this to bam, this. Tell me you're trying to emulate a black woman without telling me you're trying to emulate a black woman. Not to mention, the nose job. Speaking of that, nose hole might be bigger than the back hole, or you have it more in the front than in the back. I mean, just give it a couple years and you're gonna age just like Trump. Now, speaking of ghetto lore, I noticed on Google your address is blocked off. Don't worry, I'm not gonna put it out there, but there's this thing called Google Earth where I can see your backyard, and in your backyard you got an above ground pool. Now, that's not ghetto. Then I don't know what ghetto is, because your neighbors clearly have underground pools. And if you're going to live in a neighborhood like that, I think you should upgrade to something that's not ghetto. I don't know. Is it just me, or is that ghetto? Oh, and last thing, Laura, don't come from Jasmine, because we're going to roast you and I will drag you straight to hell. Dos.
Hey, can someone please get this to Laura Loomer? I don't have Twitter or the desire to visit her at Halloween Horror Nights. Hi, Laura. Now, when I first saw you saying terrible, terrible things about Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, my first thought was, now I know Mrs. Two Asses is not talking shit. Do you remember this day? You ran into me and my friends on the Hill and you kept giving me really dirty looks. Meanwhile, I just could not stop marveling at the fact that your 2014 pixie pants somehow gave you a top butt, a bottom butt, and yet no butt at all. I would say it's a scientific miracle if y'all believed in science. And before I really get into it, let me also just point out, you love calling Jasmine Crockett ghetto, right? DEI this, Shanika that, and yet you would never call me ghetto, which I find interesting, right? Because Jasmine and I, sure, we both talk a lot of shit, and we both say things in ways that people are maybe not used to hearing. But unlike Jasmine, I don't have a law degree, didn't even get into law school. In fact, I have never been a member of Congress that was elected by my constituents. So really, in all senses of the word and the world, Jasmine is a way more impressive and esteemed individual than me. But you would never call me ghetto because also, unlike Jasmine, I am white. And you only call her that because she is Black, which is racist. And I know you don't give a shit. So this is me not giving a shit. Do you talk about the ghetto so much because that's where you get all your injectables? Because my God, I'd heard of back alley abortions. I didn't know they were also doing back alley Botox. Laura, listen to me. Put the Juva down. Okay? Give the Restylane a rest. Disport is not, in fact, a competitive sport of seeing who can put the most units in their face. I see why you may have been confused. And look, girl, I get it. I also love injectables, Botox, fillers, vaccines. Y'all always forget that one. But you can do that without looking so embalmed. And also, your jokes just aren't funny. They're really played out and trite. I imagine they hit really well with men who still buy Hooters swim calendars and like no one else. Jasmine is a brilliant, competent elected official with biting wit and intellect, and you just look like you bite people. Okay, so maybe sit this one out.
So as many of you know, I am Lord Commander Leroy. I am the leader of Queen Jasmine's Royal Guard. And I always try to show up to protect her from the racists. And the person on deck today is Laura Loomer. I'm going to first show you her fucking racist ass text that she's been sending for like 3 days now. And then I'm going to show you a video that set her off that Queen Jasmine did in an interview with Dana Bash on CNN. First up, the tweets. So besides calling her all kinds of racist shit, all kinds of names, threatening to fight her, now she's calling for her arrest. And she ain't just some rando. She's not just some rando Twitter user. She is in fact someone, this is dated in August, who has been helping shape the Trump administration, okay? She has the ears of Donald Trump, and she has for years. Now I'm going to show you the video that set this bitch off.
A resolution that came before the House this past week honoring Charlie Kirk. And there were 58 Democrats who voted against it. You were one.
Yeah,
why?
Absolutely. You know what? One of the things I do want to point out that's not been laid out that honestly hurts my heart is when I saw the no votes, there were only 2 Caucasians. For the most part, the only people that voted no were people of color because the rhetoric that Charlie Kirk continuously put out there was rhetoric that specifically targeted people of color. And so it is unfortunate that even our colleagues could not see how harmful his rhetoric was, specifically to us.
That's a great answer for anyone who isn't a stupid ass racist, okay? Her whole answer is 2 minutes long. Go find it. It's a great answer. I only posted about 40 seconds, what I thought was, you know, the best part of it. But since Laura Loomer wants to open her big, fat, racist, ugly fucking mouth, it's time for me to go in on her. So first thing we're gonna do is remind Laura who the fuck she is. She is what she would call an anchor baby. Her mother was not a citizen when she gave birth to Laura. Fuck you, Laura. Now I'm about to go in on your fucking ugly ass face. You did this to your fucking self, walking around looking like the Saw mask ass bitch. Your face is so fucked up, I'd swear your surgeon had a stroke in the middle of doing surgery on your racist ass. Laura, your face is so fucked up that you scare blind people. Laura, you are so fucking ugly that Leatherface would run away from the sight of your bitch ass. She's got a whole army of us, Laura. Fuck you, you racist bitch.
And on today's episode of Love and Hip Hop Politic Edition, hey guys, it's your girl Gentry Hay, and this woman here, her name is Laura Loomer, and she's been having an ongoing beef with Jasmine Crockett, and it's getting a little spicy, okay? Real spicy, if you ask me. They have a ongoing beef, and you know, nowadays politics is just clapbacks, okay? We might as well add a rap beat to it because it's getting nuts. Let me tell you what she said in her recent tweets, basically aiming at Jasmine Crockett. Y'all go ahead and pause and read, but it basically says, Jasmine, homeboys and homegirls are big mad. I called her what she is, Ghetto. I guess I'm finna watch my back. God forbid Shaniqua pops a cap in my beep. You feel me? Why these be trifling? Girl, if you finna play with me, you best be ready for the truth. I be spitting on your weave. I can spit mad bars, Jasmine. Baby girl don't like the taste of her own medicine. You feel me? Let me ask you a question. Is a black job when I expose your boss for being a racist hood rat who enjoys promoting political violence? I'ma ask you this question. If you have tips around Jasmine and her staff, send them here. Y'all comment below.
Jasmine Crockett just said it in true Jasmine Crockett form. She said, I know I'm older than some of y'all think. She said, I'm 12 years older than Laura Loomer. And there's no Botox here. And the crowd erupted. Great clapback. As always, Jasmine.
Laura Loomer, you big bobblehead. Don't you ever talk about my old lady like that. I know you ain't talking about nobody ghetto when you walk around looking like Jigsaw. You should not ever fix your BBL-filled lips to ever speak about Jasmine Crockett ever again a day in your life. You do not have an education. You got a head full of helium. You don't have half of the educational credentials that Jasmine Crockett got. You got a head full of helium, a heart full of hate, and a face full of BBL meat. I don't ever want to hear you talking about nobody ever again. You look like you snuck into a human body. You look like a lotus or something like that. Just something out of Gears of War that just snuck up from the deep depths of hell. Like, you come out every, 17 years or something. You big caravan head cicada. I don't ever want you to talk about Jasmine Crockett ever again. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all be pissing me off. Y'all don't even look at yourself in the mirror before you start to... Ain't nothing... Do you know where the term ghetto came from? It came from your heritage. Look it up.
Jasmine Crockett. She wants to be, I don't know, like this caricature, right? Like this ghetto boothang. Like, hey, look at me. I'm some gangsta black bitch. And, I'm about to pop a cap in your ass.
Yep, I jumped my ass on here today just to be a petty bitch. Just to ruffle y'all feathers just a little bit more today. But Laura Loomer, I'm gonna need you to bring your old let's play a game looking ass bitch to the front center of the motherfucking line. Because baby, you out here talking that shit like you got balls of steel or something. But I can guarantee you this. That shit you said out the side of your neck about Jasmine Crockett, baby, I can guarantee you wouldn't last 20 minutes in the same room with her. Nor would you fix your mouth to say that shit while she in your presence. You need to be mad at your doctor, baby, because he got you out here looking like straight Jigsaw. Do you understand that that surgery didn't do nothing for you but enhance your ugliness? To be ugly on the inside and to be ugly on the outside, baby, that is a horrible combination. Horrible. Are you little mad or you big mad? Because you could never be Jasmine Crockett. You could never hold the credentials that she has. I said what I said. I meant what I said. So disrespectfully, Laura Loomer, you and your mama. Sit your narrow ass down somewhere.
Hi, welcome to the Laura Loomer Hour, a podcast brought to you by me, Laura Loomer, sponsored by no one yet, but the phone lines are open. Everyone is so upset, thinking that I was being mean to Jasmine Crockett. I was being mean to her, but not for the reason that you might think. It wasn't because I'm racist, though proudly I am. It's because my audition for Congress was better than hers. My dance was better, my outfit was better, my looks are better, and the fact that I'm white is better. Sorry. What it takes to be beautiful. Right, girls? You understand? So, it all started when someone asked me what I'm looking for in a man. And I said my ideal man is Davy Crockett. Because, hello, who wouldn't want Davy Crockett? Just look at him. with that roly-poly body and not quite rhombus-shaped jaw. Wrap him up to go, girls. I've found my man. And then Jasmine found out that I wanted to be in the Congress. So she went and she signed up for tryouts. She knew I wanted to be in it. She knew I should be in it. So not only did she have this knife in my back of already being spiritually married to the hunk of my dreams, Davy Crockett, she's now taken my rightful spot in Congress. Fuck. Why don't I get to be a little mean to her back? Why haven't there been a bunch of articles about all of those things that Jasmine Crockett has done to me, Laura Loomer? Tell me that. Tell me that. I don't know, I might pivot and start just writing sexual fan fiction about Davy Crockett. Who would be in? You? Anybody? Let me in. Jasmine, you're not invited.
Yeah.